In our top story tonight, Trump sent a shockwave through the global economy when he announced reciprocal tariffs on most of the world's nations and territories. The tariffs were carefully calculated by an expert team of economists.
Oh my God.
Expert team of economists. So funny. No, those numbers were basically plucked out of thin air. But the good news is that penguins will finally have to pay their fair share. Yes, Trump has declared tariffs on some unusual places, like an island inhabited only by penguins, which sounds crazy until you realize that they are exporting a ton of cute little penguin videos at us, but they are not importing any of our cute little penguin sweaters. Well, bastards.
Well, with Trump's new tariffs on everyone, except of course Russia and North Korea, a lot of folks are wondering how this will affect global trade. Now, the global market can be a tough concept to wrap your head around, so I'm going to break it down using something relatable to all of us, the classic neighborhood orgy. So, you know the deal. All the neighbors show up, stripped down to their leathers and laces, and get all up in each other's business. There's bonding, bending, swapping, slurping. It is a beautiful ecosystem of mutual satisfaction. So if the orgy is our global market, what then are the tariffs? Well, let's say Lorraine from 2 houses over pre-gamed a bit with a redongulous puss primer, and she is done before Shane and Margot have even started to build their Eiffel Tower. Now, they might ask Lorraine for a little help. How about a little pinky in their stinkies, Lorraine? It's extra effort, but the markets can bareback it. But along comes the new neighbor. The one who bought the really big house in the corner lot. I mean, Lord only knows how he got approved for that loan, but he's still part of the community. So he's welcome in the neighborhood fuck pile. Well, he shows up and he just starts making demands. He wants a Remy from Jimmy. He wants a BJ from DJ, and even a fist up the hind chuff from Mrs. McDuff. He wants a lot extra from everyone. But he only brought a Vienna to this sausage party. And he doesn't even realize that the only reason the rest of the neighborhood knob knockers tolerate him is because the last people who lived in his house always brought a big old shrimp ring for the buffet table. Everyone loves a shrimp ring. Well, once the new guy showed up and started throwing his weight around, the orgy dried up because the new guy made it weird. And I don't mean furry play Janine weird. We're into that. More like someone's reading a book at the orgy weird. Like people are pushing rope. The vibe, it's off. The market is on the verge of putting its pants back on and heading home. And that's where the global economy finds ourselves now. Awkwardly standing around with our tits and our bits just dangling. Not sure what or who comes next. And, if this is what's going to happen at every orgy for the next 4 years, well, shit, Lorraine, we might as well stay home.
Well, wasn't that clarifying? Upon hearing the news, global stock markets freaked the fuckleberry out, with the Dow plunging 1,600 points, the S&P 500 nosediving, and the scent of freshly shit pants wafting across the stock exchange floor. Economic experts say a second recession in just 5 years might be on deck. The last one also happened under Trump because he's on a mission. Get 5 recessions on your punch card and you get a free Arby's sandwich and a ruined middle class.
If there's any good news about this, it won't be in your bank account. No, it's going to be coming from Rand Paul. That's right, the senator is worried that wiping out everyone's retirement funds, that might somehow be bad for the party.
When Hot Smoothie put on their tariff in the early 1930s, we lost the House and the Senate for 60 years. So they're not only bad economically, they're bad politically.
Wait, so this could wipe out Republican majorities for the next 60 years? Oh, fuck, I'm hard as a diamond right now.
Agreed. More tariffs. Do more tariffs.
Yeah. Now you're probably wondering, what does this Liberation Day mean for me, a selfish person? Well, let's go through your day. You wake up, you pour yourself a cup of coffee. Except coffee is way more expensive now. You get dressed in your ratty old clothes because you can no longer afford to buy new ones because the price of clothing went through the roof. You drive to work in your hoopty because you sure as shit ain't buying a new car anytime soon, even if it's made in the USA. And at the end of a long day, you go to pour yourself a drink to unwind, but damn it! That's really expensive too. You feeling liberated yet?
And now it's time to play a clip that we're going to be playing a lot. And it's Donald Trump showing how much he cares about the fact that he just cost American households an extra $2,100 per year.
This quote, I couldn't care less if they raise prices because people are going to start buying American-made cars.
Well, doesn't sound like that guy's coming to save you, so you're going to need a plan. Here with some money-saving tips is our chief economic correspondent, Mike Dynamo.
Thanks, Andrea. So, you need to save money because your bonehead president crashed the global economy into a brick wall. Well, I've got some ideas. First, had a hard day at the office? Try adding some yellow dye to water to get the appearance of beer. To get the inebriating effects, simply switch on the news. Also, nights out with friends can be replaced by hitting your head with a cinder block and hallucinating the good feelings you once got from being able to afford dining out with other humans. And if you can't afford a cinder block, try ketamine. Elon Musk made sure there's plenty. Want to take your special someone out on a date? There are always extra cheese cubes and cold cuts in the dumpster behind the art gallery after an art show. Why not take your date there? And finally, if you're looking for ways to cut back on your overall monthly bills, try starving to death. That is a real money saver. Good luck out there, friends.